So the Farming Guild has been out for a few months now, and one interesting change I have noticed that, as far as I'm aware, was never noted anywhere, is that the butterflies are no longer on the inside of the Farming Guild. You can see here in the background a clip from the release day of the Farming Guild. You can see in the western wing there is a ruby harvest, and in all the other wings there were different tiers of butterflies, which meant that level 15 hunter I could start actually training hunter in the Farming Guild. But no longer. Where the hell did the butterflies go? Was I perhaps not growing enough flowers? Did they not like all of the limpet roots I was growing? Or did that Reddit post with 3 upvotes get them removed from the guild? I don't know why jagex would do such a horrendous thing to an already perfect guild. But seriously, where the fuck did the butterflies go? I looked through all the patch notes and I don't actually see any occurrence of them mentioning them being removed. We are just about to get a farming level here. They're pretty few and far between now, but I think I have realized that I can actually plant willow saplings without fear of running out. And god damn it, we actually didn't quite get the level off this. There we go, there is level 67 farming. I don't think there's any new unlocks. Oh, actually Catentine. Okay, that is actually a medium contract. Although you can't get assigned that contract until you have the farming level, it's still nice to have more medium contracts that I can complete, although it's making it kind of difficult to grow enough Marintil to level up my Herblore level. Okay, I want to talk about one thing here, and that is cooking. Now, I actually got my very first piece of raw chicken from an imp. However, this account had 4 cooking on it, and the reason for that is I had about 20 copies of accounts that I had no use for and were level 3, and they just had some bare bones requirements to get the Grand Exchange unlocked. So cooking that piece of chicken actually brought me up to 5 cooking. Now, if I ever manage to get to the requirement to cook a sweet corn, which I think is mid 20s, I'm gonna over level it by the amount of chicken that would have been required to get it from level 1, if that makes sense. This is kind of my fault and a bit of lack of foresight, I admit, but if I do find a way to level up my cooking, I'll make sure that I compensate for the amount of raw chicken I would have needed, as you can cook chicken from level 1. This is my fault, but I will fix it when the time comes. Alright, we're just about to get a Herblore level here. We've grown enough of the Marintils to get to level 8. Only a few more levels to go. Very slow because I'm using that herb patch a lot for completing the contracts, but we're getting there eventually. And once we do, we'll actually have a lot of levels banked because we have the clean Marintils already. Okay, so we have an oak tree grown right now, and we're going to use it to get our fletching level up to at least 30. And then from there, we're going to grow a willow tree, but there's level 25 fletching. We can make oak longbows now, so that will increase our experience a little bit here. And in a few more levels, we'll be able to make our very first wooden shield, which will help out actually substantially when we're trying to train up our melee combat, because they actually provide a reasonable defensive bonus. Really, if I was trying to do this the most efficiently, I would try to get an extremely high fletching level first. There is level 40 woodcutting, only 1 more woodcutting level until we can wear the rune axe. However, we'll need to get to 60 before we can even access the woodcutting guild. At that point, I'll have to go maybe buy an adamant axe, because the rune one is going to be way too expensive. I only have 5k in the bank right now. I think at the woodcutting guild it's 30 or 40k, so a little bit out of my price range currently. Okay, there is level 30 fletching. We'll now be able to make arrow shafts out of the willow log. Now in hindsight, I should not have cut down that oak tree. I probably should have just left it there, because while I can cut arrow shafts out of willow logs, it's actually less experience than just cutting an oak log currently. Now, I'm not really sure about the wood cutting experience. I don't know if willows are better than oak at this point. I think with an iron axe, oaks actually may still be better, but anyway, we cut it down, so we're going to go ahead and plant a willow tree, and we'll just kind of see how that goes from there. Alright, we just hit level 45 woodcutting, so we now actually have the ability to cut a maple tree. Now, I'm going to wait quite a while before I actually plant a maple tree, because I will need it for fletching. However, chopping it right down will be god-awful slow, so I think I'm going to wait until I get 60, get a rune axe, and then maybe I'll move on to maples from there. Alright, it's loot box opening time. And by that I mean seed packs. Let's go ahead and open up, I think we have around 9 in the bank right now. Most of these are medium contracts. So let's open up the very first one here. Alright, we'll do a quick little price check on this first inventory. Worth around 139k. Alright, we got, looks like another Celestia seed. That's awesome. And a Torsal seed. That's pretty nice. We'll go ahead and deposit that. Bring our bank value up to 4.5 mil. Alright, the next few seed packs here. Let's open this up. And, ooh, it looks like we got a new seed, actually. There is the Dragonfruit tree seed. Those are going to be so useful, so much experience from that. Not to mention that the dragon fruits themselves are going to be one of the best food items that I can ever get. 387k from that inventory. Oh my god, that's super hype. We had another Celestia seed coming in. We have a U seed coming in and a dragon fruit tree seed. Finally, we are getting some really good loot from these boxes. And by boxes, I mean packs. Man, this just brings me back to running down to my local comic book store and chucking quarters into a Pokemon card machine and then getting a bunch of junk. But yeah, anyway, I actually got some good things this time. Now we're only missing a few seeds. We're missing the redwood tree seed and maybe some random other ones. But anyway, let's open up the last few here. Last inventory is worth, oh, terrible. We're now up to a 5 mil bank value. All right, we're just about to get a farming level here. That'll be 68 farming, I believe. So our next unlock is at level 70, which will be the poison ivy plant. And it's going to be okay. It'll give us a little more experience. However, I don't believe we'll ever be able to use the poison ivy because that's only used for poison, like P++ poisons or whatnot. After that, we're just looking for really 85. We just hit level 20 defense on the Herblore plants. Unfortunately, it's really hard to catch the level up because every time I level up, I either die or I need to cancel the message very quickly. But we're getting the hang of it. We've now cut the watermelons with our knife. They each heal 1 right now. However, in a few more HP levels, they should be healing 2, which will make a huge difference. All right, we're actually at the point where strawberries heal 2. Now, the reason for that is strawberries give up plus 6% of my total health, and watermelon slices only give plus 5. So that is actually huge because I can heal now twice as quickly, and the poison is not as big a deal, and I can tank it out much quicker. Okay, one of the best parts of being able to train on the Herblore is I'm actually playing a longer session, which means I'm starting to get more random events, which will give me a good chance of getting the mystery box, which can have the mithril scimitar as well as the steel plate body in it, which we'll need desperately to be able to kill the Herblore. There's level 35 fletching. We can now craft our very first willow weapon. So now fletching will be much quicker. I was getting 15 experience per willow log before, now I'm getting 33. So over double the speed now. Our next goal for fletching is 42, which will allow me to make the willow shield, which will have higher defensive bonuses and give me a better chance of not getting one shot. Alright, we're finally going to get a milestone woodcutting level. We have just been cutting the same willow tree for quite a while now. There is a level 50 woodcutting, only 10 more levels to go until 60, which will allow me to access the woodcutting guild, and I can go ahead and grab a higher level axe. The first price check is 91k, not too bad. Looks like we got a renard seed and just some other good stuff. Okay, it looks like we got another maple seed, which is good because those are actually pretty rare. I've only gotten, that's my second one, I think. 162k, pretty nice. We got a maple seed, 2 renard seeds, and a bunch of snape grass. Alrighty, another pretty good haul of medium contracts. Let's go ahead and open these bad boys up. Okay, right off the bat, a dragonfruit tree seed. That is a good start to this. Price checking at 306k because I actually got 3 renard seeds, which are not very useful again, but whatever, we'll have a higher bank value. Alright, the next price check's coming in at 59k, pretty pitiful really. Ooh, is that a magic seed I see? Yes it is. That is my very first magic seed and a Herblore seed with this as well. Price checking at 305k, the magic seed is worth 139k, so good. Unfortunately, I don't think we can plant that till 75, but I'm not really sure what the best strategy is for this. Is it worth it just to plant my high tier seeds as soon as I get them, or do I wait until I get assigned as a contract? I think I'm probably going to end up just planting them as soon as possible because getting higher farming levels will really expedite the process over maybe completing a couple extra contracts now and again. There is level 69 farming. I don't think we can plant anything. No, we get quadruple maple roots. That's pretty random. Our next level will be 70, which will unlock the poison ivy plant, but after that, not a lot until 85. There is 40 fletching. We can now make the willow longbow. We're just kind of AFK fletching whenever I have a chance here. We have a bunch of marentails we've been slowly farming away at. We have 124 banked, and we're actually about to get a herblore level here. This is going to be level 9 herblore. 2 more to go, and then I can move on to Terramin, so I'll probably only need around another 75. Now, unfortunately, most of these marentails are just going to go to waste. There's no way I can turn them into a potion, I don't think. There is level 42 fletching. We can now make the willow shield. So let's go ahead and craft one right now. Now, I don't think I can actually equip it. I think I need 30 defense to do that. So it is 1 better in all defensive bonuses. Every bit helps out. We have been grinding away at the Herblore plants for a little while now. We're about to get a few milestone levels here. We got 20 HP. And more importantly, I managed to get out without dying. And we also got 26 defense. That's pretty nice. Only 4 more levels to go for our next gear upgrade. So we're probably getting out of the stage where I'm likely to die very much. After 30 defense, I may train up my attack and strength a little bit just for, I don't know, making it easier to kill the imps that run by. Now, a really good suggestion that I was getting on the last video was I could get some magic experience by completing the Evil Bob random event. Now, unfortunately, something I never knew is that if you have an unboosted magic level, of less than 51, you will never get the magic experience. You'll always get fishing experience, and this is so that you don't accidentally ruin your pure account. Come on, is that big a deal? Anyway, we ended up getting 7 fishing. I don't think that will ever be handy. But what I'm trying to say is there's no way for me to really effectively get magic experience, so I'm probably going to have to go for the Mithril Scimitar and not the Battle Staff, as it actually has a magic wreck to equip it. So that is going to be pretty much it for today's episode. In the background, I'll just open up the last of my seed packs. We made a good amount of progress. We got our fletching level up. We're working on our combat skills. We can only do that for so long at a time because you have to focus quite hard on not dying. I think eventually we'll get to the point where we'll be able to run through the entire cave and attack each of them and get 160 experience per run and just tank it out, but it will still be quite a while until we reach that point. You might notice in the background here, I actually got my very first spirit seed. That will be a ton of experience I'll be able to get once I, get to 87 farming or 85 farming or whatever it is to plant it. I don't think there's a legal way I could teleport with it, but it's a very good crop for experience. We must only be really missing the redwood tree seed right now, and then I think I will have collected every single seed in the game. So let's have a quick look at the stats before we go. We're up to 26 defense, 20 HP, 42 fletching, 52 woodcutting, and 69 farming. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave the video a like. I always appreciate it, and I will see you next time.